Hello, welcome back to Gaspuio Tabletop Football. Yay! On a Friday night. This Friday night match between West Ham and Crystal Palace, where it is currently 0-0. Right. So, shall we get on with this? I've had to put another layer on because it's a bit chilly, but nonetheless, we'll see how we're going. Also, got a lovely, well, halfway through, a lovely pint of Guinness. Let's have a sip of that to keep me warm. Right, let's see what we're doing. So, West Ham have the kick-off, which is over the home end. So a bit of a stretch, especially in a couple of layers. I'm going to have to go around the side, I think. And you will obviously notice that I have moved you from that rather unique position where you were up here before. Don't know if you can see my hand, but up here. Now you've got this sort of pitch side view, what you'd call, if you were at Bristol Rovers, a view from the upland stand, or whatever that is called these days. Right, anyway, enough digressing and messing around. West Ham to take the kick off. He did a little sort of double kick there. I don't know how that applies in the rules. Oh, they still got possession. Didn't quite give it away, but didn't get to the ball then. Now, I did have a look at my own rules during the in the break. It was about 2 hours for me. And then I checked my rules for corner kicks, and there is a bit of placement. So, shall I stop the? I haven't even started the clock, so we'll say this is a bit of a, I don't know, chatting time before I started it. So, in Gaspuio style rules, what I've done for corner kicks is that either team can move their figures, because you can place two figures, so they can move their figures, lift them and place them back or sideways anywhere. All right. Now the attacking team, so that's the team that will be taking the corner, they can move two figures forward, but they have to flick them. So then that gives that sort of balance, you know. Because if you were a football team and you were defending a corner, a set piece like a corner or something like that, you would put your players in particular positions that you would practice, right? So that sort of makes sense that you should place them rather than flick them. Whereas if you were an attacking team, whilst you may have done the same and practiced set pieces and whatnot and corners, you don't want to give them too much of an advantage. You want it to be sort of fair. So that's why I say you can flick their figures forward into the defending team's half. So that's how the rules work for that. Sort of makes sense when you read it, but at the time I was like wondering what was going on. Anyway, should we? We've already had about 30 seconds of play and about 2 minutes of chatting, and I didn't even start the timer. So we'll say that's just a bit of an extra time there, and we got 10 minutes going, and we can actually get on it. Now, whose ball was this? That's the next thing. I'm thinking that must have been. Was that a West Ham ball? Oh, listen, I don't know what's going on. Anyone know what's going on anymore? It was a West Ham ball, let's say. So West Ham have the ball. They are in the Crystal Palace half. Bloody missed that. That is tragic, mate. Come on, warm them fingers up. Let's get going. It's getting ridiculous. Bit of skill there from Crystal Palace. Keeper staying in there. I could explain the new keeper rules. He's only got one flick on the ball yet, so it's a bit of a almost like a 30-degree slice. Oh, it was a good attempt, but that went out. So also in Gaspuio rules is the new goalkeeping rule, because I tried to create sort of rules for both stick and solo play keepers. And I think I've got a nice balance for them. You just don't want to write sort of two sets of rules, you know what I mean? Nice little ball to that West Ham. So with that, I mean, I have written it so you can read it if you want to see it, but ultimately you've got unlimited moves with the keeper, whether it's a stick keeper or a solo keeper, as long as he stays in that 6-yard box. And if he moves out of that, which obviously a stick keeper can't do, then he basically acts as a defensive player. So it's almost like defensive moves, right? concentrating on what we're doing now. Get behind that ball. West Ham. Oh, look at that nice little pass out, isn't it? It's quite nice actually playing with. He's going to go for a shot on goal, West Ham! Oh, and it's in! That's 1-0 to West Ham. Put that on the thing. I know someone in New Zealand be happy with that. I expect by now he's probably having his breakfast, so if he gets to watch this. Right, West Ham. You now. Crystal Palace are going to have the ball. Oh, I might have to take one of my layers off. Just running around warms you up. So, Crystal Palace, what are you going to do now, lads? Right, concentrate, what we're doing. I think West Ham went for that, yeah, I did. I set out West Ham as that sort of more attacking 5 in midfield. I do like that as a sort of formation. It gives you a lot of options if you start with, what have we got there? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're missing one. Where's he? Come on, lad. Where are you? Copper fell over there. We're going to have to start the game without you if you don't turn up soon. And we'll see where West Ham is. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He must be about. Oh, he's going to show up at some point. Right, so Crystal Palace could push an advantage there because it seems like West Ham are a man down. I know, he's in the mid. Oh, yeah. God knows where he is. Right, anyway, come on, stop messing about. To the keeper. General attempt. I'm sure West Ham fellow will turn up at some time, but play in. One man down in a minute. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I keep counting it. I know, and the keeper. Wait there, what am I doing? God knows. It's all getting a bit chaotic. West Ham seem to be one man short. However, that's not stopping them attacking. Oh, that would be a long range shot. Oh, God! Loses possession, but that keeper's going to move there. Here he is. Come on, run on the pitch. He's running on by here. Right. Crystal Palace in possession of that ball, but they really need to defend it. They're kicking it out. West Ham have a man there and finally come on. And they've got a throw in. So, this is where we can do the throw in position. I think with throw in rules, both teams can flick 2 figures in any direction. So there's one. Oh, bit of bark in there too. Here's another one. And we're going to get a throw-in figure. Throws in there. West Ham, long shot on goal. Oh, he's missed it. You know what? I'm going to have to pause because there's a lot of commotion going. I've got to see what it is. We're going to have to split this into 2 bits. See you in a minute.